Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So, just going to start off on the weekly. We've got a weekly range bar here off structure. So you can see there's my previous week high, and that is a rejection thereof. So the bottom of this range is critical. So that's kind of what we need to be paying attention to. Now, when we start drilling down through the time frames, you can see from an 8-hour perspective, this is starting to look like a pullback onto structure, a nice buying opportunity off structure. Oscillators crossing over, pointing to the upside, separated. So, in other words, strong move up range. We're looking for moves to the upside. We're going to have to get above this weekly level of 40.39 or 40.40 before I'm even interested in it. The reality here is 4,000 is a really strong level, and we spent all of last week bouncing around it, and we didn't get a close above 4,000. So we had a weekly close below it. So a lot's going on. If you look at the weekly, it's looking like a rejection, but obviously we need to drop below 39.15 for that to play out. You look at the 8-hour at the moment, it is looking like a confirmation of a trend reversal. This was the previous trend here for a couple of weeks. Been a bit hectic, and now it's looking like we are finding support ready for a leg up. Now, if you start going down through the time frames, the picture starts changing, and this is when I start getting concerned, because last week was chaos. We did basically we formed a series of lower highs. Okay, we spent a lot of time there, which is a head and shoulders. Now, this head and shoulders here hasn't played out. That's 933 points to the downside, which takes us to that area there, which on the 3-hour would still be, that would be a retest of the 155, so that would still be part of an upward trend, to be honest. But I'm not convinced either way. I'm not convinced of a story to the upside or a story to the downside. If you look at it on the hour, you can see moving averages are flat. Oscillator's not offering us anything. We've got these two lower, well, not both of them lower highs, but we had lower high going into the close, and then we had a higher low here, ever so slightly, also going into the close. Now we're just hovering here. Look to the left, that is the neckline of our head and shoulders. So head and shoulders pattern, we'll have to just go back to 3-hour for this. You can see here's my shoulder, here's my head, and here's my shoulder, right shoulder here. And that was the break of it there. So this area is critical. If we do get a rejection of this area that we're in at the moment, I would not be too surprised to see these bottom two levels be challenged. But ultimately we are sideways, and when we are sideways, it is always a wise decision to basically just wait things out. Now, if you look at this on the 15-minute, look how flat our moving averages are. There is nothing on offer here, absolutely nothing. There's no structure to the left on the higher time frames. The only structure is what I've given you so far. Oscillators all over the place. You could argue that the lows of Friday could be something to pay attention to. Problem is your next target is so close. Your next target is 200 points away. If you get some price action there, and you're lucky, you may get something in. But for me, I'm not really keen on this. So I've got head and shoulders, which is bearish to the downside. Then when I start looking at the 3-hour, you've got, let's get that right. Now we look at this, a 3-hour, it's a solid move up, sideways. Could be a case of a flag break here. I'm going to make this chart really messy. Now there's my flag of sorts. So this could be a flag break for a move to the upside. So there's just merit for a move either way at the moment. So we could toss a coin. You can see there's my flag trend line, and that would be extended further down. That would be my retest there. So there's my retest at the close. So yeah, we're gonna have to see some structure. So if you start seeing a a building here at, well, sorry, a base building here at 3958, then maybe another attempt at 4,000. But if you start rejecting this area, I would expect us to come and test the lows of Friday, then bounce up. And if it starts reversing again, then I would expect an attempt to break through lows of Friday and then come and test 3915. But this range between 3900 and 4,000 is probably the level that, well, is what we need to pay attention to. So 4,000 is obviously what the bulls want. 4,000 is also what the bears are defending right now. And there's nothing on offer here for me, just a mess. So I'm sitting on my sides today. That's kind of my plan of action. Not going to try risk anything here. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.